Hey guys, just got back from the Last Jedi premiere. I saw it in IMAX 3D, and I'm going to give you my super spoiler-free, I promise, thoughts on the film.
How you get so big getting food of this kind?
Also, I'm really excited you guys haven't seen it. I got my Finn replica jacket today, so this is super exciting. I got to wear this to the theater. Super pumped. Only one other person had a Finn jacket who was there, so I felt pretty cool. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be spoiler-free. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to tell you about the movie. It is 100% a movie you need to experience for yourself. I don't want to tell you anything more than that. But I will answer a few questions that you might have. So I saw it, like I said, in 3D IMAX. So there are a couple benefits to that. I got this poster, which is, it's nothing new per se. We've seen it on the internet a lot, but I have it here, and I really like it. It's going to replace the Thor Ragnarok one I have over here. I also got these really cool, they're like giant Topps cards. So I'm going to open these while I talk to you. Let's see, here we have, this is a First Order helmet. On the other side is C-3PO. This is a Praetorian Guard helmet. We got a Porg. I like that. This is the evil BB-8. I think he's BB-9E. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Then, of course, BB-8. And then, get the full set of 8 exclusive cards free. Oh, and I got a code, so if I don't get all of them, that's cool. Okay, so like I said, there's some cards. So, I saw it in IMAX 3D. I preach IMAX, always. I love IMAX. I highly recommend IMAX, always. Is this movie worth 3D? Is it worth IMAX? It is worth IMAX, and I say this as a very, very biased person. I like this. I like this. Is it worth 3D? As a general rule of thumb, I've always said that I like 3D if it's in IMAX, and if I'm going to see a movie not in IMAX, I prefer 2D, because I've had worse experience. My bad experiences with 3D have always come not in an IMAX theater. Seen this one, seen this one, you've seen this one. Okay, cool. So those are what the cards look like. Those were my exclusive fan event. Like I said, that's my general rule of thumb. If I'm seeing it in IMAX, I like 3D. If I'm not seeing it in IMAX, I don't like 3D. But that said, this movie does benefit a lot from 3D. There's no, like, cheeky, cheesy 3D moments. It's the stuff that benefits from 3D is there's a lot of swooping camera shots where you really get a better sense of depth. You get a better sense of the environment because of 3D. So to that extent, I think it's worth it, but also not necessary. Like, I would spring for it, but I think that's a good thing. In general, how does it compare to The Force Awakens? In very broad terms, because again, I don't want to talk about the movie itself. It's what you would think. It's much darker tonally, but it's not grim. Like, you're not gonna be burdened with depression. But it's definitely a hard-hitting adventure as opposed to the lighthearted and fun one. It does not rehash Empire Strikes Back in the same way that The Force Awakens rehashed A New Hope. As to whether or not it's better or worse, I'm the wrong person to ask. I love The Force Awakens, and I'm pretty much the only person I know who has liked The Force Awakens the more I watch it. The rehashing doesn't bother me at all. There's no real point to me making the argument for or against it. It didn't bother me. I totally get why it bothers other people. Didn't bother me. So to that extent, it's really hard for me to say, because I need to see this movie a couple more times before I know where it ranks. Just like any time. I needed to see The Force Awakens a few times to know where I'd rank it. I needed to see Rogue One a few times to know where I'd rank it. I need to see this one a few times to know where I rank it. I'm not the right person to ask that question. I will say, I pretty much only got through the movie because I had Parsec with me. I was holding him very close through a lot of it. Yeah, so it was basically, the runtime is 2.5 hours. I hope people don't consider that a spoiler. I didn't breathe the entire movie. I was just, it had been built up that it was a movie that was going to give us answers, and I won't say whether or not that happened. I will just say that somehow I went in the movie and I was just petrified that I was going to hate the answers if we got them. But it was constant. Like, every scene you were either wondering if this is when you were finally going to learn something, or you were getting new questions. I couldn't begin to recommend enough to you that you don't watch or read anything about it. I think you should just go experience it for what it is. That's really my best advice. To the extent that I seem tired or down, it is not a reflection on the movie. It is a reflection that I'm up far later than I usually am, and I'm just tired physically, mentally, and emotionally. It opens so many doors, and we're going to be discussing this one for a long time, I think, and I'm excited, and I'm just going to keep rambling, like I said, because I'm tired. So I had a great time. I got some cool swag. I got to see some cool people in some cool costumes. I got to meet another person named Jess, who was dressed up there as a fighter pilot, and we both were really excited because, of course, Poe Dameron has a Jess in his Black Squadron. So it was a great time. I got to see some great people. This is my first showing premiere with a friend of mine. We went to Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars movie, Force Awakens, Rogue One, and now this one for showing in the movie theaters. So it's just so much tradition going on. But yeah, I just go see it. Go see it, and go see it before someone ruins anything in it for you. Expect more videos on this to come. I will post spoiler videos going forward, probably starting tomorrow. They will be heavily labeled as spoilers. I am not out to cheat anyone out of this, and I highly recommend you don't watch anything I label as spoilers. And I just highly recommend you don't, because I think you should go experience it. So until then, keep it real and fly casual.
Cooking can be fun.